hang on a second. Jerry. Hey, Jerry.
What?
What do we do here?
Don't we do some kind of financing? You know, like something with money?
I think we do loans and mortgages, right? I remember filling out a form that was something like that, which...
Guys, I'm pretty sure we sell insurance.
You know?
I thought it was excellent. It's a really, really funny premise, and literally from the first line, it had me kind of engaged and chuckling.
This story was so funny. It was so funny to watch. All the characters were so unique and different in their own way, and the running gag of none of them actually knowing what they do was so hilarious. And bringing in all these different characters who weren't exactly sure what they did, and then they're all like taking guesses of what they do and they're all wrong is so funny. And the ending with the corporate mission statement was just genius and hilarious. And bringing in the boss, who also definitely did not know what they were doing, was just, it made for a great and hilarious story.
This gave me that movie Office Space vibes. It just, all of these workers who are kind of just zombies being paper pushers who have no actual purpose or motivation in their jobs. I like how at least I assume that, okay, like management is going to have the answer. That makes sense. But he didn't either, and then just directed them to that vague, very general, nondescript corporate mission statement. Nothing really made sense in terms of like, everything was out of place. Like there was a woman there with a typewriter, but then other people there with like laptops, like MacBook Pros, but also these super old clunky PCs. And it's just like, what on earth is this place, and what year are we in, and what is going on? And I think all the questions that I have are all the same questions that these employees have. And it was like chaotic and great.
A big ball of confusion, but a highly entertaining ball of confusion. My favorite part was the long, uncomfortable pause we experience as the boss stalls an effort not to look inept himself. The corporate mission just increased uncertainty in the office. Sadril, I have to say that the actors were really pulling off the whole work department vibe, and I felt like they knew each other for ages and ages.
I mean, this one's excellent. It's super short, super sweet. The production design and the lighting worked really well together. The entire visual creative team was super strong. I feel like the casting was also excellent for all the actors. They everyone was made to look like a little schlubby, a little very easy to see in an office like this. And I'm sure they took a lot from Office Space and other sort of maybe Idiocracy, just these commentaries on what society has become and what it's like to work in an office now. And it's I feel like a lot of people can commiserate with this piece.
Off the bat, great lighting choices. Really just set the mood for the story and the uncertainty that all these people don't know what it is they're doing in the job they've clearly been in for a while. Really liked the storyline, enjoyed the acting across the board, thought everyone was well cast and did a great portrayal of their characters. Cinematography was nice, sound was great. Just really think lighting hit it out of the park with just creating that mood in that space and just helped you really see yourself there with them.
Real simple concept, and I thought it was executed just brilliantly. That office banter, the whole notion of nobody knowing what we do. It's pretty ridiculous, but it does. Some of it feels like it probably does ring kind of true in at least some office settings. So I thought it all worked together really well.
Is remindful of when you watch a commercial that's for a product, but it's set in an office space and you're not entirely sure what let's say the protagonist of the commercial that works in this office, what their job really is. It just feels very nondescript. We often also see this situation in feature films where we have either a main character or a side character that has some kind of nondescript office job that just seems to be involving paper pushing and phone handling and nothing super specific. So it's funny because it's being critical of a kind of meta question that's always been overhanging in film goers' minds for years, which is, what do some of these characters do for a living? Why are their lives so miserable at work? What exactly does their day entail? And it takes that question, those questions that have always been in the back of our heads, and portrays them in this 4-minute short film in a way that's just chuckle-inducing.
I thought this was really fun. I thought it was pretty clever. I think a lot of people that have ever worked in an office before can relate on some level, especially if it is, more of like a corporate office, or there's different departments, or the business does a lot of things. It's like, well, what do we do, like here sitting right now? I thought that it kind of like took that idea and really built and ran with it, and like the different kind of like stereotypes, I guess, like the older lady, but she still had a typewriter, and the manager that was like, wait, you guys, work there and you have no idea what you do, but like he had no idea what they did either. I thought all of those things kind of worked really well together, and I thought it was like, obviously it was quick, but it was really fun. It got the point across. I really enjoyed watching it. I work in an office, and I definitely was like, this is something that all of my office mates would enjoy as well.